Hey everyone, this is the next episode number 20. Please like, comment and subscribe, and let's get into it. Alright, so dandelion and the swallow. Yeah.
I tapped the poem.
Right.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Rosemary in time. Now, I haven't 100% decided yet if I am going to try and get to Skellige first, or to go to Toussaint first, which requires having finished the quest for all of Dandelion's storylines. So the reason that I would want to do Toussaint first is you can get there quite early, very early in fact, level 35 quest, but you can get there like level 15ish, 16, 17, whatever. And it's not to level up early or anything like that. It's because I want to use the Skellige deck for this playthrough, because as far as I remember, I haven't done that in any of my recorded playthroughs. I've done it in other playthroughs plenty of times. Skellige deck's really fun. It's relatively strong. It's not as strong as Nilfgaard or Northern Realms. It's not as consistent, but it can be set up to be a really fun deck. And then I can play some Gwent with the Skellige deck, and I've left playing Gwent through all of this playthrough because I want to use the Skellige deck for like every match possible, which means getting to Toussaint, getting all of those Skellige cards as soon as possible. So I'll probably do that first, and then we also have the funny aspect of, oh, can I use potions? Yeah, I can use potions for the fist fight. That's cool. This is also one of the reasons that I always keep the swallow on. Always keep swallow on out. The quick select, because as you can see there, I couldn't go into my inventory to use like anything from the menu. So having swallow and things like full moon allows you to have swallow on fist fights, because fist fights suck. Oh my god, I hate fist fights. It's just so boring. It's not that it's even difficult, it's just boring. And you take so much damage. Like, you should really just counter every punch and take them on a few at a time, and just, you know, cover up like that and then hit them when. But the freaking targeting's terrible. Fighting multiple people in a fist fight sucks. Finally, Zoltan decides to actually do something, so that's cool. Right, anyway, knock them out. We had Swallow to make up for taking a few hits. This is why I always ignore fist fights wherever possible. Really stupid. They're just boring, you know what I mean? But, you know, whatever. It's not a perfect game, which is quite comforting, because if it was absolutely perfect, then, you know, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was saying I want to get the Skellige deck, and then also have the novelty of using the Skellige deck against the people who are in the cards, like versus Crack on Crate, and you can like use those against Crack and things like that, which is funny. Can you get up there? Well, there are things to collect there, so you must be able to get up there. How bizarre. Can I jump on this side? Yeah, okay. You watch this be something absolutely pointless. There's just no point having now. Ooh, an alchemist powder. Ooh. Although, to be fair, they can be sold to herbalists. You only need a very limited number of them in order to actually make the higher level alchemy ingredients, and then after that they're only used for things like making weapon repair kits, which you never need to actually make because you get so many of those from looting. So they can actually just be sold for extra things. I actually covered that in my making money early video, or maybe even making money. It's in one of the making money videos that I did anyway. There's a making money early one, and there's a making money end game one. For sort of go over some of the things that you can easily afford to sell. Not afford in terms of, oh, delayed recovery's ended already. Not afford in terms of the actual crowns, but like in terms of you can live without those items, you don't need them for anything else, or when they become surplus to requirements, and then you can sell those. Because that's one of the things about, you know, the money in this game, is that you don't need to keep all of your items, and after they've passed, you know, certain usages and everything else, after you've used them for what you need, you no longer have to keep them all. You can sell the excess ones, and even though it's only relatively small amounts, it can actually add up to be a large amount in the long run. So for example, if you were to look at the alchemy, there are certain things that you need those powders for. So like if you're looking at certain ones of the oils and things like that, you need bear fat for those. If you're looking at certain bombs or potions, then you can let's have a look actually. Toggle filters already crafted. So if I was to look at the bombs, you need the saltpeter for these, and you know, for some of the higher level ones you'll need other things like, there you go, you need alchemist powder for the higher level bombs, most of which I've already made, or some of which I've not found. So like, there are only 7 or 8 bombs in the game, so after you've made all the superior versions of those, you don't need those alchemist powders for anything else other than making, like say, repair kits for the weapons and things of that nature.
Reading someone else's letters.
That's not really necessary after, because you don't have to make those kits, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's interesting. You can just sell those and actually make a decent amount of money. Have we got those? Is that all? I just did search. Oh right, yeah, you need the book. The ledger. Right. Thus begins one of the most boring quests in the game. There are certain quests that you just loathe redoing. I know I whinged a lot about the I know that I whinged a lot about the princess, you know, the goat one. I think everybody loathes that quest, unless you find it amusing in a memeable sort of sense. But like, right, don't want my toxicity to wear off and start taking damage, because this bit is just literally running around. It's super boring. Never mind, we're gonna do it anyway. Where are my books? Books. Oh no, it's not in books, it's in the inventory because it's a quest item. Dandelion's planner, where are you? Quest item, Dandelion's planner. Right, cool, there we go. How fascinating. Right. Hey, right, so now we just run around talking to people, getting a ton of experience. That's about it. It's like, ooh, wow. Right, so we've got all this. Yeah, Molly the chambermaid, Marabella. I think we've already got the fast travel point for Vegelbud unlocked, so you have to go to the Vegelbud estate. You can win a race if you want to win a race there. Might actually skip the horse race this time. I could do it, I suppose. It's pretty easy. I'll see how I feel when I get there. Elihal. Here we go. There we go. Alright, got that. Right, so. And then, do you have to talk to Zoltan again? No. Right, so you just got to talk to him about those things. Fab. So now, who is closest? So you can click right stick to change between your objectives, if you didn't know that. And the closest one is going to be Vespula. So let's go find Vespula. Cool. Where are you? You are this way. Now, if I remember, if you threaten to like kill these people or whatever, she gets all uppity about it. So because I've got a ton of crowns, I can just say, no, have your crowns and naff off. Not that it makes a difference long term or anything like that, from what I remember. But whilst we are... Oh, you cheeky son of a gun. Right, yeah, get out of it. Right, so go away.
Thank you.
Yeah. Alright, sorted. Yep.
Oh?
What do you...
There we go.
Same.
Alright.
Mate.
Get all this. Sudsy, yeah.
Like, course.
Right, sound.
Thanks. Listen.
No.
I love how they all like really mad at him, but then they're like, but if he would drop by. Alright. Certain herbs you get on the side of buildings all the time, like there are certain ones like Nostrix and that Brionia. So this is a good little area to be grabbing those. You need them for some alchemy creations, but as long as you've picked up a few, that should be enough. Alchemy paste is another one of those things that you can use for making the things like weapon repair kits, but you only need a certain amount of them to make the actual alchemy creations. And then after that, after you've made all of your bombs and the other alchemy creations, whichever ones need powder. So some need powder, some need paste. And after you've made those, then again, those can be sold to alchemists or herbalists. You get better prices for selling them to those type of vendors than you do anywhere else. So you can hang on to those and then check who gives the best prices and sell them there. So that's good. Right, now we've got Elial. You can play Gwent against Elial as Elihal, easy for me to say, as well. But I'll just not play her, him, her, them right now. And then I wonder what their pronouns would be actually. Anyway, I'm not going to play them right now. I'll mark them on the map and then come back to it later when I've got the Skellige deck, because that's just a random card. Those things were lit up yellow, but I couldn't pick them up. How bizarre. Anything interesting to grab around here? Doesn't look like it. Right, so we'll just speak to Elial. And then, there we go. Oh dear. And then we'll play Gwent against them later. Right, okay, so there's Elial. Wicked. Alright. Perfect gentleman, yeah.
That's
Anyway, let's get all this stuff. Yeah. There we go. Get all this stuff. Great stuff. Alright, cool. I'm sure you can play Gwent against them. Why is it not giving me the option to play Gwent? That's weird. Should do now. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah.
Glad.
I'll play Gwent against them later. You can get the mask later on. I think you have to revisit later to get them. Revisit them to get the mask later. One of Trish's quests. So that being the case, I'll do that. But just in case I forget, I'll mark her on the map. I probably will remember, but whatever. Because I'll probably have like a Gwent episode, where a Gwent episode or two, probably 2 Gwent episodes, because I've left all the Gwent for one thing. So then I'll run around playing all the Gwent, and then people will be able to skip that episode if they don't want to watch the Gwent as well. So yeah, I feel like that'll work out fairly well. I think I looted all this stuff already, yeah. You see that sack's already been looted. Because you can always get a few things like diamond dust and things of that ilk from this area. Always worth looting things for free when possible. And if I remember, I actually fought the couple of bandits that are around here and already looted this stuff as well. Yep, we did. This is one of the places that I always try and come and get the things from on there, because you get a lot of stuff for free, and there tends to be like a few rune stones and things, which is always helpful. Right, so who's closest now? Molly or Marabella? Molly. Molly's closest. She's not actually there. We have to end up going to the Vegelbud estate for her. And we'll also be skipping the side quest with Rosa van Attre because it's like pointless stuff. I just can't be bothered with it. You don't get anything good from it. Yeah. Grab an alchemist just in case, you know, we are running short, because we might be running low on alchemist. Hard alcohol for restocking our alchemy. See, I know full well that I don't need this stuff, but I also feel compelled to try and grab it. Well, that's just annoying. Why can you not jump up there, girl? How bizarre. Ah, whatever. Not going to be anything that I really need. Horson's henchman, yeah. Right, so we shall find out that Molly is not here. Oh, bit of slow down. Dang, what's that about? How bizarre. Don't normally get that. Oh well, okay. Seems to have relatively swiftly passed. Right, so yeah, we try and find out about Molly, find out that Molly's not here. We go to the Vegelbud estate. I think, is this where Moran, or whatever he's called? This guy.
Geralt of Rivia.
You're right, General.
There's no one here.
Moran, yeah. Moran. Yeah, whatever. Yep. Okay.
Not
Alright. Okay. Yeah, so we'll meet them there later. I don't want to fast travel first. I'll deal with the rest of it. Okay. So we've got Rosa. Right, and then we'll speak to, we'll do the Rosa parts first. Oh yeah, you can go this way and just say that you're the sword master, from what I remember. Yeah. Or you can go around the back of the actual house as well. You can get round the back of the estate. Yep, yep. Alright, so we're going to do this. A few things to grab and loot around here. All pointless garbage, really.
Hope so too.
Literally junk. Goes in your junk items. Grab all this stuff. Get a wooden sword. Yes, yes.
Follow me.
Right, okay. You know, I never remember if the actual, if you take less damage from having oil on the sword when you're fighting her. The wooden sword, when you get it. I wonder if that works. Should we try? Getting a bit of slowdown again. Apologies, bear with me. Somebody said we should get a PS5 for a better experience. I'm not paying for a PS5 just so that I can play a game that cost me £14 on PS3 or whatever. £8 it might have been. And played for hundreds of hours or thousands of hours already. So, right, cool. Oh, we can't do that. So, okay. We can't put the
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
oil on the sword. Yeah, yeah. Can't use potions, that's a bit of a shame. Would make this go quicker. It's really funny if you do this with Euphoria for the damage boost in New Game Plus and stuff like that. But for now, you just got to do things old school. Parries, heavy attacks, get those going, always better. There probably are some tricks that I'm forgetting with this fight, but I can't remember them. So,
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
will you please focus on? You're normally supposed to be able to lock on an opponent, but it's just not locking on her. There we go. Yeah, whatever. So, could have sworn that you managed to lock on most of the time, but it's not doing here. Whatever. Knock her down. So again, it's just pretty. If you back off, and then she'll take a big telegraphed sort of swing. So you can just, yeah, got all that. Easy peasy. Right, sorted. I wonder what happens if you have your potions. I wonder what happens if you have your potions with delayed recovery already active. You should probably look at doing that before you actually start that bit of dialogue and go into the basement. But yeah, anyway. Right, this is all fun dialogue, but again, I've heard all the dialogue already, so no point. Just got to do all this again. Yeah. So yeah, I wonder if you're playing this yourself, then you should probably look at getting the delayed recovery active before you do this, and I imagine it'd remain active whilst fighting her, which should make this a lot easier because it'd go quicker. You could do more damage with Thunderbolt, and then obviously you'd have Swallow in case you've taken any hits. But yeah, whatever. You could also maybe put on a decoction if you had a decoction, because yeah, you can't. It's not letting me use them during the actual fight. So you just have to bear with me because we've got base damage. This is when things like deathmatch can be quite tricky. You sort of remember that you don't have a lot of room for error, so I just have to concentrate for this, which is really annoying because if it just locked on, it'd be alright. Whatever. Very boring section of the game. This is why I don't want to do anything else with her. Just go away, stupid girl. Anyway, so yeah, just back off, let parry, do this boring ass fight. Should be alright as long as I don't take another hit. And just get your parries in, just tap left trigger, L2 on PlayStation for the parries, a few fast attacks, and then set her up for smacking her with ye olde heavy attack. Right, okay, go away, you suck. Can't be bothered with you. Right, we got all this, yeah. Right, yeah, Bard's advances, yeah, shut up.
Quiet. Listen.
Pipe down, don't have time for your dialogue, very bored. Oh, right, so we've got to go and find out about the Trobates. Yeah, whatever, don't care about the rest of it. Go away. Sorry, no can do. Go away.
Farewell.
Right, good, don't care about doing that extra side quest anyway. The experience doesn't really matter. And it's very boring. So we'll get all that sorted. I really should just heal up using the actual Swallow because we've got millions of it anyway, but whatever. We've also got food that we're not using, so I am just going to use food just cause. Grab a Redanian Herbal. Is Redanian Herbal one of the ones that you need for making White Gull? It's one of the odd ones, so maybe it is, who knows. If not, it's something that you can sell later. It's only really the ones that you'll always need to buy are the cherry cordial.
Did you see those?
If you look at White Gull, there are certain things that you never loot, that you only ever find to buy, sorry. And yeah, Redanian Herbal, you never find the cherry cordial or the mandrake cordial, so you have to buy those from herbalists or alchemists or whatever. Screw it, we'll just throw on a swallow. This is the way that you get, you can come up this way if you want to do it without following those little storyline parts, and you can jump up this side. You get here, so you'd come through this way, and I forget how you get to it from the surface, but there's a way of getting down here anyway. Oh, drowner, okay. Oh, what? Annoying. Right, okay, so might as well, whilst we're doing the thing properly, what oils have we got? None. Right, okay, so let's get, what are we most likely to be facing? So I've got fixative, let's have a look. Yeah, and what, insectoid, hybrid, ogroid, could be any of those really, but not many insectoids around here, but it doesn't really matter. Get Tornial, get Maribor, go Noriel, and then as long as I've got Swallow active, which I believe I have already. Oh, you cheeky thing. Oh, and she's hidden the wall, that's very rude. I'll get the other ones active. Ow. Toxicity will drop off one soon. Get the full moon on there as well. Thunderbolt will be the next order of business. Oh, she hit me even as I was dodging, that was rude. Set her burning. Allow me to quickly change my potions. Just in time for drowners to turn up as well. Kill the water hag first. Take off the lock on there, because now we've got multiple enemies to fight. So she dies from the fire, and the drowned dead will very soon be polished off by my other skills. And then we'll get Enhanced Petri as Enhanced Petri Filter and Enhanced Thunderbolt as a couple of the other ones and next potions. So yeah, just go this way just to show how you would get here from the other side.
Shit.
Huh? What are we bothered about? For a start, the enemy's not even here yet, so I don't know what he's swearing about. And for a second, we don't care anyway, let's be honest. Can we get up there? Yeah. So yeah, you maybe could get up that way from one of the wells, but yeah, whatever. Again, I keep saying it, but just in case you're unfamiliar with using delayed recovery, you want to be keeping your toxicity over 55 out of 100, unless you have acquired tolerance, then it's 55% of whatever your max is. And it's a good habit to just get into, is to just keep tapping for potions, and then you know how close you are. Keep tapping to use the potions in your quick select, and then you know how close you are to using the next one. Oh, enhanced ogroid oil. Can we make that yet? Let's have a look. Hopefully we can. Oh no, what are we missing? We are missing cave troll liver. Yeah, so those are not particularly common, so you need to get one of those. You need one of those for the relic oil as well. You can get a few more of those in Skellige. Arenia eyes you don't get until Skellige either. And what's the potion that we can make? Probably cat, right? We got the enhanced cat because we got water essence from that water hag. Cool. Still need a light essence. I will do the White Lady quest. That one's pretty good for the White Lady contract. Is a Noon Wraith from what I remember. It's definitely a Wraith. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's a Noon Wraith. So yeah, we've got that. So that's an option. Do that one quite soon. Might do that one after I fast travel back from the Vagelwood estate from finishing this quest, because I'm level 12, so I'll very easily do that. Also, that means that I've got another character slot at level 12, I've just realised. So what have we got? We can put acquired tolerance on. Don't really need to use these skills for anything else. I could use resolve instead, I suppose. Do I want to use resolve? Yeah, maybe. We don't get another mutagen slot until 16. So we could, there's a few things we could do. I could just have acquired tolerance, which raises your toxicity, so makes it even easier to keep up delayed recovery. So instead of being 55 out of 100, we just need to be keeping it at above 55% of that 157, so that would be somewhere in the realm of 80-ish, 81, 82, something like that. So that's a possibility. Or if I wanted, I could use some of the other skill points on something else. So I don't really need any of these sign ones. Sane glyphs and then magic trap, you know, could be useful, but I need 6 points to get down to this row. So with only far, I don't want far-reaching art. It's not really a good use of skills. The next tree that I'll be putting points into will be the red tree, because I want to get down to getting Razor Focus and Rend and Will. So you don't really need these skills to raise your damage, although they are slightly useful. 30% increase in either fast attack or strong attack damage, or you can get Resolve, and Resolve is a very useful one because that can actually be part of your final build, because it was never really useful before, or never really necessary before. That's to say, not that it wasn't useful, but it was never really necessary before, because you were never taking damage if you were using my Whirlwind tank build, because before you could very easily use the Aracast decoction and the 25% damage reduction from protective coating to reduce your damage by 99%, which is absolutely fine. And then you wouldn't be taking any damage, so you weren't losing any adrenaline. There was no point having Resolve on an endgame build. But now it actually can be genuinely useful, and that's because you can't hit that damage cap of 100 anywhere near as easily, or it's barely even possible, without using the double ability to glitch to double up the coating. They reduced the because it's 3 points instead of 5 in protective coating. It's a good 15% bonus, but it's not 25, so you can't hit the threshold that completely stops you taking damage as easily as you could before, which is great because we don't want the game to be like super easy all the time, do we? No. But it does mean that you will actually be taking damage when you take hits, and you don't want to be using all of your sign castings in battle on being Gwent every time. So I tend to be a little riskier, very slightly riskier, and instead use it on other things like Igni and Ard, and do try and keep Gwent up, but we'll be taking hits more often now than we would pre 4.0. So because we'll be taking hits, you do actually want Resolve to be keeping your adrenaline at max and stopping you like losing the adrenaline when you're taking hits. And even though it's 3 points, it's still 100%, so this is one of the skills that they sort of like amended. So that being the case, I could, if I wanted, put Griffin School Techniques in this slot that doesn't have a mutagen like attached to it or adjacent to it, and then I could make a red mutagen by combining the 3 lesser reds that I've got so far, which is here. So I could make a red mutagen, and then I could put that with the actual red skill there to give it a slight boost. So instead of being 7%, it would in fact be higher, as so. So there you go. So instead of being 7%, it's 14% attack power. So we lose a bit of assign intensity. I'll see how much of a difference that makes, because I've still got the enhanced Petri filter active, and then, you know, we'll just have a quick look at if that's a noticeable difference in damage, or just set it up like that for something a bit different. One of the other things is they just did do a small update, so after it's not 4.0, now we're on 4.03 or something like that. I currently have fixative, but there has been an update added so that you can automatically apply blade oils. Now I am not going to put that on. I know that I could do very easily, but I like the witchery aspect of this the alchemy build, so for now I'm going to stick with my oils. It's the way that we've always played. I like having to know which oils are which, and I like having the triple oil, even though it does essentially render fixative absolutely useless. So you could very easily remove fixative, and if you're, you know, wanting to play regardless of the skill or knowledge, that if you're not bothered about that aspect of the game, then you could just turn off the auto blade oils, and then you could turn on the automatic application of the blade oils, and just go from there in terms of taking fixative off the build. So Karsten. Is Karsten the place with the little side quest where the ghouls are in the barn and you have to take them out? Ghouls or owl ghouls. That can be a really difficult little bit on Deathmarch actually. If you try and do it too early, they're like these level 11. They're either level 11 ghouls or level 11 owl ghouls, and you can try and do them here, and it can be quite difficult. But I mean, we're correct level for it, so it should be fine now. So we'll do this. Yep. Okay. So just do this. Go in and then take out the. I want to say owl ghouls. They might just be ghouls though.
Bastard.
Yeah, just ghouls. Alright, cool. Now, this can be one of the things that's quite tricky, like I was saying, before you are the appropriate level. So this is not a good thing to be trying early, but when you are the appropriate level like I am here, it's perfectly reasonable, and so this should be fine. One of the things that's very good about this is to get them all grouped in this small area. You can do a lot of damage with the bombs. So there you just saw the grape shot. Very easy to forget about bombs, but they are very strong, especially when you've got groups like that where everything's all bunched up. So that was cool. Didn't even have black blood active, but could have had black blood there as well. And yeah, just take a black blood so it's active with delayed recovery now. And we'll just collect all the rewards. A few things to collect here as well, so make sure that we loot this stuff. But yeah, don't try that bit early on Deathmarch, because
corpses.
It's quite tricky. But I've done that on playthroughs before, and I was like level 8 or level 7 or 8, and that can be really difficult because the ghouls will like sort of crowd you in a small area, and they can regenerate health as well, and that can be really tricky to deal with. So just be mindful that you don't do this bit at Karsten too early. We'll loot the rest of the stuff there. We are in fact not going to be telling the Baron what we have found about our Anna until a lot later. I probably will play him at Gwent as well, although they changed it a long time ago so that if you complete that quest line before you've played the Baron and then you are unable to play him after the quest line, you can still get the card that he leaves behind, which is an excellent card if you're using the Northern Realms deck. It's the Dijkstra card, which is a spy. Spy is obviously the most powerful type of Gwent card. What is it with these people and their broken rakes? Why am I getting all this useless junk? Whatever. I always feel compelled to just loot everything. It's bizarre. Right. Not going to be having any combat for a while, so I'll just let delayed recovery run out. Or in fact, I'll probably just meditate so I don't take the damage. And then we need to get Roach. Come on, Roach. Come on, Roach. And then we'll get our quest back on. Where are we at? Broken Flowers. There we go. Meet Boris at the Vegelwood estate. Off we go. I think that's Genacia petals, but I've probably already got enough of those. I don't think there's many herbs that I was really needing to collect a lot of. Okay, so go this way. Speak to Molly. I will just meditate now, actually. Deal with that aspect of it. Leave Roach on the stairs, as you do. And where is... Oh, that's not Molly. Where is she? Oh, there's more of them.
I see you managed.
Not that up.
Look.
Yeah.
Alright.
Surprised he did.
Alright.
Seems
I must.
most.
What would you?
Not what I.
Don't.
No, I don't even want the saddle. They're just heavy, and if I forget to sell it, then it's a waste of time. So yeah, you can do the race if you want, but I legitimately don't care, so I'm just going to speak to Molly instead. Things like the fist fights and the horse races, I just can't be bothered with on repeat playthroughs, but you should probably do them on the first playthrough because they're quite fun. This extremely dense person is quite funny. It's quite good little dialogue
Well, if it's-
about his sister. Such a numpty. Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
And you
Yeah.
hope.
Go through all this stuff.
You
Is it?
My-
Yeah.
these
Anyway, very funny.
thing.
Right, so we've got that sorted. Okay. Sorted. Right, return to Novigrad on your own or with Voorhees. Alright, cool. So if we go with Voorhees, then we don't have to do the fast travel ourselves. That's absolutely fine. And then we go speak to the man, the legend, Zoltan. Zoltan. Where's your roach, dude? Yep, let's go.
Glad.
Cool. Alright, so that's that quest sorted. You do get a ton of experience for that, just for running around and speaking to people. It's like, I do like that though. You don't have to you don't get experience for doing your grinding and things like that. And the side quests do give reasonable amount of experience, but it's more the rewards tend to be things like you'll find interesting things like your alchemy recipes, and you will get reasonably good swords or valuable items and things like that. So it's always worth exploring, but you get the vast majority of the experience in the game purely from doing the main quest, so you'd never under-leveled for the main quest really, although you can quite easily find yourself over-leveled if you're doing all the side quests as well. But I do like that aspect of the game. It's very different from normal role-playing games. You don't have to be grinding and side questing and stuff like one of the other games that are the major other game that I do content for is Final Fantasy X, and that has a lot of end game grinding. That's totally different. It's more about the grinding as opposed my favourite aspects of that game are how you do the grinding and the efficiency and everything else. So Morvran, yeah, I never say his name correctly. Right, so a few things to sort out there. Okay, so we go back and speak to Zoltan. And then we need to do the Dijkstra quest line so that we can then rescue Dandelion, Import under pressure, and then when we've done that, then I can go and play Gwent. See, really, it's not about saving Silurilla or finding a Triss or rescuing sorceresses or stopping the White Hunt or anything like that. It's about Gwent. I think we can all agree that's the most important aspect of the game. But like I say, I'll get the Skellige deck from going to Toussaint, and then I will probably have a Skellige, a Gwent episode. It normally works out at 2 episodes if you're doing all the Gwent because it takes so long. And people can just skip those if they would like. Oh look, it's Philippa. Alrighty. She's now not a parrot. Well, quite. Okay. Right, okay.
Women think
So we get through all that. Kalinetta, Priscilla. Yeah, there you go.
That's interesting.
She's special.
I mean, we must.
Alright, cool. Meet Zoltan and the Kingfisher Inn at sundown. We got anything that we want to dump in the stash whilst we're here? Anything heavy or we want to get rid of? Not really, we'll sell these. We've got all of our potions and everything. I really should change that. Bonus gold is like one of the worst trophies because it's only on the gold that you haggle for, which is a pretty insignificant amount anyway, so yeah, whatever. So we'll get rid of that. In fact, I might just sell it. No, I'll just sell it. Pointless trophies. Anything else that we want to keep? Yeah, don't need that. The snake figurine. Okay, sorted. I think the figurines the ones that you use, that you need to speak to Triss, but only after you've done a certain part of the quests. So, yeah. Is this the guy you have to rescue? Right, yeah. Can I tell these guys to naff off, or do I can only do that if I've got Axie?
And if we
Yeah, so you need delusion to be able to skip that, but
If you
I don't have delusion because there are actually relatively few instances of being able to use it in situations like that. Most of them just result in combat if you don't, and my combat is extremely strong, obviously. So we'll get the potion sorted there. Always swallow first. Somebody was asking in one of the videos earlier why you do things in a certain order. It's not really that it's a certain order, it's just about getting the main ones up for delayed recovery. The actual order doesn't make a difference, other than you always want swallow to be one of them. And it's more convenient for delayed recovery to be using the ones that are in the menu first. So like, I'll use a couple that are in the menu because then you can do a couple of these at once, and then you can just keep topping it up with the ones from your quick slots, which will then mean that you've got more different types of potions active for delayed recovery, which is, you know, one of the sort of bonus strengths against it, bonus strengths about it. So one of the main things is that you'll get, like, you know, swallow and everything like that lasting indefinitely as long as you keep the toxicity above 55% of your total. But one of the other advantages is that you can then be building up differing potions. So like now I've got 5 active, and the more potions that I use like that, the more power you get from the skill, really. So like now, because I've got these ones active, I'll always keep swallow on a quick select slot because it's the most important one, it's the most crucial one. But then I can swap out these other ones if I so choose, and then I can, you know, be getting different ones and be having different ones active. So by the time the toxicity drops next, I'll use like Golden Oriole, then I'll use Black Blood, then I'll use Maribor, or the other way around, you know, something like that. And you gradually become stronger and stronger and stronger every time you use a potion, because you've got more different effects whilst it keeps the other ones active. So that's why we use the potions in the order that we do. But it's basically always just swallow first, and then whichever ones you find more useful. You want more damage, you go with Thunderbolt. You want more, you know. I mean, I've just done all that and then realised that I'm going to have to be after sundown, and it's 6:38 AM, so I'll have to go into the Kingfisher and then just much outcast, so it doesn't really matter. Sell some of this stuff to Olivier first. Let's just get rid of some of this stuff. And again, Mandrake Cordial, I'll buy one of those, might as well, because you need it for white gold, and we'll have to make the odd white gold at some point. I would never ever use any of the stuff like these Kedweni Stout or anything that are food items that get you drunk, so they're not hard alcohol that replenishes your alchemy ingredients. They're just slightly different. So I would, but they're food items that heal you, but they also send you drunk. So I would never ever ever use those. So I always just sell those. And you know, the rest of this stuff you could keep if you like, but also never going to get around to using it. So might as well just sell it. So dumplings and all that. Get rid of this stuff, not like it really matters. The food doesn't take up inventory weight, so I'm not that fussed about it. Just get rid of it if you like, but the rest of it. Silver I always want to keep. You use silver for quite a few things, particularly making green gold into sand. So way down the line, when we are looking at making the Grandmaster armors, you want as much gold as possible. And so silver and gold you normally just keep, because you can dismantle those and use them in those. Get rid of all this stuff that we're already sorted. Just wasting time. Like stuff like broken rakes, look at that, 225 in your inventory. So currently at 55, 58, sell those, go to 55. So it is worth keeping an eye on things like that, because even if they don't individually seem very heavy, you can keep your inventory weight down just by selling junk like that when you don't need it. Okay, so now we have got the fabulous song for got Priscilla's song, which is really cool, and I really love this bit, but I'm not going to sit through it the whole time. Why can I not meditate here? Maybe I need to meditate outside. That's weird, I don't ever remember you having to be outside to meditate, but I suppose you meditate in the middle of a pub, it'd be a bit weird, but whatever. So we'll get this bit done, and then we can sort out the rest of the Broken Flowers quest, and how we're going to set about finding and rescuing Dandelion. So this is an amazing sequence. I was like awestruck when I first watched this. It's such a great sequence for the game, so well done, but like I'm not going to listen to it just at the minute, but yeah, amazing song about the Witcher, and yeah, there we go. We've got this little bit afterwards. Let's go outside, blah 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 blah. Alright, so we get this sorted. Right, okay,
See,
there we go. Right, get this bit of dialogue sorted, speak to Priscilla, and then we go about the plays the thing, I think. Okay, so
we're told.
who is Reuven? Right, so
Any
Claimed you.
this
No.
okay,
limp
Well, he's
horse. Beg
Okay.
Got it.
try that.
right,
Damn it.
And in one piece.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
I don't.
okay. Alright, so we've got to speak to Siggy Reuven. Yeah, get Junior, speak to Siggy Reuven. We've also got to count Reuven's. Question Reuven about Dandelion's appearance without raising any suspicions. Right, so we've got to do that as well. So basically we go and speak to Siggy, who turns out to be Dijkstra. Spoilers. Where's the dice out? There it is. To speak to this guy. It's a high level quest. It's about an elemental.
Count Kurt.
Level 25 quest, if I recall. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright,
Let's talk about my.
might as well haggle a little bit. But again, doesn't really matter. Can't remember what the haggle is for this. Yeah, alright, whatever. $2.99, that'll be fine. I mean, like that 30 crowns doesn't make a difference. You make so much more money just by running around. Like I sold those rakes before for like 24 crowns or whatever. The economy of this game's so weird, but yeah, whatever. I love it anyway. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Haunted house and cheating merchant. Yep, so we can sort this bit out. This herbalist here is a decent person to sell alchemist powders and things to, if I recall. Let's have a quick look. Welcome.
What have you got?
Yep, show me your wares. What have you got? What's that? Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time on The Path.